Hi, I am in Chester, Illinois at the Fraternal Order of Eagles, um, Eagles Bicycle Shack. And it's a little shed they've turned into a bunkhouse with some very you know, mattresses thrown into these low overhead bunks. And this is my got here late in the evening on Sunday, about 6 p.m. ish, and I was wiped out. So yesterday I did laundry and recharged all of my items, dried out my tent because my tent was soaked from Murphysboro where I got rained on. Today I was going to depart this morning, but I still didn't get a chance to do some maintenance on my bike. My brake cables had stretched quite a bit, so I needed to readjust my brakes, which I have just finished doing. I've also had to deal with a couple flats, and this is a patch that held for a while and then it gave way, so I'm repatching this one. This one I think is okay. I've got it inflated and I'm keeping an eye on it. I patched it, and at first I didn't think it held, but I actually think I was having a problem with my pump. So I've got one fresh inner tube that's never been used. Then I have these two patched inner tubes, and then I have the inner tubes that are on the bike itself, which seem to be okay. So anyway, doing some maintenance today. And I still need to work out my route for tomorrow. I'm going to cross the Mississippi, get up early, try to get out of here by 9. Since I don't have to pack up camp, I should be able to get out earlier. That's a pain. Anyway, so I'm fairly well rested. Let me show you outside. The Eagles Lodge is up there, or the area. I think the Eagles called them Aries instead of a lodge. And there's a little volleyball sand court right next to it. And it's a caboose over there. Not sure what that's about. It may have something to do with Popeye. For those who don't know, Chester, Illinois is the hometown of Popeye the Sailor. That's what it's known for. And here is the bicycle shack, the Eagles Bicycle Shack. They just took a little tool shed and insulated it, put an air conditioner in one side, and now bicycle cyclists who are heading along the Trans-America Trail, or I suppose any trail, can come and use it. And they've been really good to me here. Over here is the restroom. So obviously there's no restroom in the shack. So over there you get a key to use the restroom. Right here, that little, kind of hard to see, there's a little door there on the side of the building, a little shed where they have a shower. And I did my laundry in there, just rinsed out my clothes and hung them up to dry. So, there we go. Yeah, this was a much needed break. I have to admit, Murphysboro, the Murphysboro Lake campground was sort of a low spot. I got kind of bummed out down there. It rained. It's sort of a swampy area to begin with. The mosquitoes weren't bad, but there were mosquitoes. It was Labor Day weekend, so there were people partying, and it was loud. When it rained, obviously I had no real choice but to go inside the tent, and I got stuck inside the tent for quite a while. And man, that's not fun at all. I had my good cell service. I had my phone so I could watch videos and stuff like that, but it was just so claustrophobic, and it was just horrible. It really made me think, what in the world am I doing? So, but I pushed on, and I rode down from Murphysboro. I actually went from the Murphysboro Lake campground back to Murphysboro because it was a little outside, a little west of Murphysboro. So I sort of backtracked and got some water and had some breakfast. Man, food is expensive, and it's bad. My my thought of being able to get by on very little food money is not turned out to not be very realistic. So I'm burning through my money pretty quickly. Anyway, so I backtracked to Murphysboro, and then I took the alternate route to Chester from Murphysboro. It's the levee route that went by the Mississippi along Levee Road and sort of in and out. Not the entire levee doesn't have a good road. There are areas that are just gravel, and it's not very good gravel, so you have to sort of get on and off. But it was all fairly flat. Thank goodness it was flat. Oh man, dealing with the hills around these campgrounds at lakes is just a pain. And so I did pretty good until I got really close to Chester. Things got really hilly, and I got away from the levee road, so I was back on Illinois 3, which has no shoulder and a lot of trucks. And that was not much fun. And then on the big hill, one of the many big hills coming into Chester, front tire went flat again. The patch didn't hold. So it put me an hour behind schedule trying to get into find the Fraternal Order of Eagles area, and then shower and eat and all that stuff. So it was a difficult day. Luckily, the riding was mostly flat. So the riding itself, other than getting out of Murphysboro and then getting into Chester, it was all flat in between, which was nice. And it wasn't horribly warm. It was in the mid 80s. And so, I had water. I didn't run out of water or anything like that. It wasn't horrible until I got it flat. And then after that, I'm like, oh, great. So anyway, I've still got to figure out my route for tomorrow, which is going to be across the Mississippi and into Missouri, which I'm not looking forward to because it is very hilly going through the area that the Trans-American Trail takes through there. It's you can tell that when the route gets squiggly back and forth, that means it's really hilly. Not looking forward to that. If I can find an alternate route around it, that's I might do that. It sort of depends. I really need a shoulder to ride on though. So big trucks and no shoulder, not a good combination. Anyway, I'll post more later on down the road. See you.